Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Jimmy here from My Online Guy. I'm running a little bit late today. I was supposed to get on a little bit earlier, but here I am now. It's going to be pretty flexible today. The first thing I need to do though, in saying that, is I need to go get a bottle opener because I've got this drink and I've got nothing to open it with. Oh, Pauline may save the day. Oh, there we go. So today's beer, and it's time to crack one. It's been a long week, but today's beer is a Red Falcon, American Red Ale from the Dandenong Public Brewing Company. So looking forward to this one. Guys, if you're just tuning in, ask away, ask questions. Like today's going to be pretty flexible. I haven't really got anything planned. I was going to do an audit. It fell through. So I'm actually thinking I might just run everyone through the way we do our analysis of sites here. You know, I've got to have a look at one anyway. So could be a good time to show everyone sort of behind the scenes how I go about doing SEO analysis on sites. So anyway, thank you. Actually, while I'm here, I will talk a bit about the background of how I got this beer. So basically, the beer was given to us by a service provider who, who's called Koala Boss. And they gave us this. And if anyone's watching and is looking for a good provider of managed like WordPress services, so like automatic backups and things like that, look up Koala Boss. Thanks Jeremy for the beers. We finally get to open one. Cam smuggled these back in his bag across the border, so made it back into WA. So cheers everyone, and let's sort of get into it. I'm going to start the stream by reading a few updates that have come up in the search engine journal. Have a look at them, give my thoughts on them, and then we'll look at an audit. That's a tasty drop. All right, so let me put you up here, and let's look up search engine journal. Let's see what people have been talking about in the industry. So if I just share my screen here, okay, and I go this one, okay, share, and I'll drop myself, let's work out how to do this. There we go, and I'll zoom in. Let's look up search engine journal, see what's been happening in the world of search engines. SEO hygiene best practices, everything you need to know. Okay, let's have a look here. I'm just going to bring the comments over here. If anyone has any comments, I'll keep an eye out for them. But yeah, just let us know if you have any questions. So SEO hygiene best practices, everything you need to know. SEO hygiene is key to your site's long-term strategy. Learn the benefits and what involves and how to implement in your organization. Okay, so what is SEO hygiene? I'm curious to know what that is. So if you've never heard this term before, don't worry, it'll make a lot of sense shortly. Every day people perform the tasks in their own health and hygiene to make sure they look and feel their best. SEO hygiene is similar. You'll be conducting routine checks on your own websites or your clients' websites, setting them up for long-term success. Okay. The benefits of good SEO hygiene include higher rankings, establishing yourself as an authority, build a credibility and trust, and increasing revenue. As sites and organizations grow in size, the concept of good SEO hygiene is increasingly important. Okay, so basically, what are they talking about here? So best practices for good SEO hygiene. If you're reading this article, you can be assumed that you have good base knowledge of SEO and how it works. Okay, I like to think I have a reasonably good base knowledge of SEO. A few of the base items that you'll need to keep track of are page titles, meta titles, keyword targeting, headers and subhead, alt tags, and link building. Okay, so the most important SEO hygiene considerations to have on your list are clean code, okay, that's cool, content and ownership, mobile friendly design, redirects. So this article is a fizzer, it's basically just rehashing what you do as an agency. All right, let's have a look at what else is floating around the internet. Content writing. Ooh. All right, what do they got here? So guys, just for context, this is something I do once a week. I'll go through and just look at my campaigns. Look at the journals, SEO journal and other forums and bits and pieces to see what the industry is talking about, because it's important to keep abreast of, especially in SEO, keep abreast of all the latest chat of strategies. Okay, so content copywriting is dead, soon to be taken over by AI. The inverted pyramid. The concept is simple. You communicate what's important in the articles in introductory paragraphs, and structure of the content is most essential to least important. Okay, that's getting a bit cool in here. So concept has evolved over the years. Yeah, nothing super interesting. Answer the W's. Yeah, I do that. So that's pretty standard. That is one of the big things with writing content. See you later. Writing content. Answer the 5 W's and 1 how. So how, what, when, why, and how. You guys, I've spoken about this a lot. Answering questions is the key to ranking in Google. So just keep that in the back of your mind. I'm gonna just do something for a sec. I'm a bit over reading articles at the minute. So let's actually see if I just go like this. Is that gonna work? No. I didn't want it to be this big. Chat overlay. There we go. Let me, guys, if you have any questions, put them in the chat, even if you just want to say g'day. I'm going to go on and see if any of my friends in the industry want to come on and just have a quick chat. And we'll have a chat to these people. So let's have a look here. I might invite Callum in, just give him an impromptu invite, see what happens. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to invite these people, some of my friends, and see if they just enter. Who else have we got here? Who else have I spoken to lately that could maybe come on? Let's see. Andrew. See if we get the big dog on. This will be interesting to see if any of them are, because none of them are watching, so it'll be interesting to see if some of these guys come on. Who else have we got? Riveting footage, guys. I appreciate. Hey, let's see if Jimmy's gonna come on. Who else have we got? Charlie might come on, so let's send it to him as well. Sorry guys, I'm just seeing, guys, if you have any questions, as always, let me know. Let's go, not only marketing people. What else we got here? Just trying to see people that may just get on because I sent them a link, quite frankly. Let's see. Send one to Norquay. Guys, everyone's asking me what it is. That's all right. If they come on, they come on. We'll see if anyone joins us. But so what's been going on, guys? How's everyone's week been? Has anything exciting happened? Oh, here we go. Got the big dog. There you go. All right. Andrew, there. Can you hear me, mate? Andrew. Yo. You there? You're gonna come on? Can you hear me? Here he is. Oh wow! It was like you were ready to come on. How amazing is that?
Yeah, sorry about that. I was speaking this thing out.
Excellent. What's going on, my man?
Not much, man. Just doing some work and finishing up for the day.
Yeah, that's a bit the same with me. I had someone teed up. I had a website teed up to do an audit on, like an SEO audit on the stream, and they pulled out at the last minute. So I came on here and went, actually, I don't really have much to talk about. So I went into Search Engine Journal, and then I went, stuff it. I'll just start to see if anyone's online. They want to have a chat.
Very cool. How's your day been?
I'm good, man. Yeah, just busy. Just trying to get just trying to get some of the work out of the way because obviously with this gym stuff, it's all coming together. So it's just trying to sort that out and logistics. Oh man, it's just been busy.
Excellent.
But actually, I think Charlie said he might come on as well. I just invited a few people to see if they were interested in coming and have a chat. Now, is there a website? Do you have any websites I can audit while we're here? We can critique.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Have a look at.
Oh, so by the way, everyone's watching. Andrew's another SEO here in Perth. Gun, pretty wild stallion of the industry. He's pretty hard to tame. So he had to go and do it for himself, and he's kicking a lot of goals around. Anyone in Perth kind of knows who he is. He kind of just hangs around.
I'm very much a pest, actually. Yes, I would agree with that.
Nothing wrong with being a pest. That's my modus operandum.
All right, how about this one here?
All right, throw it in there. We'll bring it up
in the chat.
Yeah, just throw it in the chat. I'll bring it up. Kitchen design. Okay, cool. Let me set this up. Okay. Oh, it's got a very this should work. All right, if I just go share screen for that one, and then I make us. Oh, look at that. Oh, pro.
Lovely.
All right, so Jimmy, okay, we're just gonna look at that. Here he is. Mr. Laser cutting himself.
You put me on the spot.
That's all right, mate. What are you up to?
Currently just getting the old sim rig up and running for a future stream and some world record attempts, hopefully.
Very good. So for those who are watching, Jimmy holds several world records in sim racing. He's been offline for a while. I was wondering if you're going to come back online, but it looks like you're giving it another crack.
I'm working on it. Still recovering from a shoulder injury, so just slow and steady at the moment. Just building up. Plus, with the new business, kind of flat out with everything at the moment. So yeah,
How's business going?
Business is good. It's surprising. I kind of set myself like a very relaxed. I kind of set myself a very relaxed 6-month target to start making some actual sales. Because I didn't set it up initially to live off straight away. It was kind of more of a business I could sink my teeth into and later on build be. But from week one, it's just been flat out. It's absolutely incredible. So
cheers, mate.
So yeah, the business is actually self-sustained now. It's actually paying for itself, and I'm actually paying myself back already for some of the investments that I've put into it. So yeah, wild at the moment. It's good.
How have you been acquiring most of the customers for that?
Well, the website's still being built now, so it's solely off Facebook and word of mouth. So as soon as word of mouth started, that seemed to be basically after the second day, it really started to kick off. And we were getting like 40,000 to 80,000 organic reach on Facebook in the first week, which was just, I couldn't figure it out. But I think I'm being shadow blocked or shadow banned now from Facebook because I'm really finding it hard to get even 100 people. But yeah, you know how it is. I'm trying to work out the ad system and all that, and I will be coming to see you soon. That's for sure.
Oh, mate, whenever you're ready, like I think I'd seen you started doing a few live streams with you doing the actual work.
That was your idea.
It's working. Have you had people
hold on 2 seconds. Sorry, my Discord's on. Sorry, Aussie, I'll be back in a second, mate. Sorry, I left my Discord open and my game chat just came on.
Oh, nice. Nice. So, did you have you had a few people coming on and interacting?
Yeah. So the last live stream we did for the business was last Friday, and it was more of a wake up call to everyone going, "Hey, we're giving away something for our first month of business being open. Why aren't you getting on it?" Because we only had like 5 people. I'm like, I have like 800 people on the business page. Why aren't people jumping on? So we kind of just jumped on to did that. And while I was reminding people, we had a cut in the process, so we showed them that. And I think over the course of the stream, we had about 100 people, and come on and view and.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it wasn't too bad for such a, I've only been operating for 2.5 weeks. I'm stoked. So
yeah, dude, you can't complain about that. Like
no.
most businesses that are in their first year don't even generate any revenue, let alone revenue and starting to pay back some of the initial investments. So
yeah, I'm blown away, mate. Honestly.
But just shows there was a bit of demand for it, eh? Like honestly, that's probably the thing.
Well, I think the reason why I started that laser guy was I saw a hole in the industry, and I just had to fill it. I was like, why aren't more people doing this? Because it's as far as starting a business up goes, it's not incredibly expensive. Like it is a fair bit of an investment, but as far as businesses go, it's fairly cheap. But I just couldn't figure out why no one was doing it. So yeah, I had to jump on it, and obviously it's had a really great impact straight off the bat. So hopefully we can keep growing, and it's just seeing what people like. And yeah, I'm not the most experienced businessman in the world, so I'm kind of just throwing balls out and seeing what hits and what comes back to me. And yeah, it's
mate,
tricky.
Kind of how we all start, right?
Yeah,
exactly. I've also, hey Jester, I've also invited Nick. See if he comes on. He'll give it a fair critique. But yeah, we'll crack on with this, Jimmy. I'll tune in. You're going to be streaming tonight, then?
I will be.
All right, I will tune in and I'll watch.
No worries.
All right, mate.
Oh, actually, no, not tonight. I'm away at Rise Racing tonight. I'm sorry. Anyway, have a good afternoon, guys. Thanks for the invite, Jimmy. See you, Jester.
All right. See ya. Cool. Yeah, no, he's a really awesome guy, and he's a gun. So he drifts.
Yeah.
And you should see him drive a car, man. It's incredible.
What's the business again? I totally missed it when I was getting a beer.
Laser cutting Perth. So he does
right, okay.
Laser cutting of wood, but mandalas and layered stuff. It's really really cool. So
nice.
He's always tuning into the streams and just catching people. Did you watch the thing with Harry Sanders?
No, not yet.
Oh, he's 40 staff, just an absolute beast. He's a weapon.
Nice.
All right, so this is Kitchens Perth. So background, obviously, this is one of your babies.
Tis. I've had this thing ranked pretty well for a while, and it's just sort of started to drop off over the last few months, mainly since December when there was an update. So the I think possibly link related, but it's hard to tell. Had a few people look at it as well, and they're kind of a bit stumped, to be honest, including old mate Nick, believe it or not.
Yes,
what I think potentially it's going to be is, in my opinion, is that the site structure is not very good, and it's not the user metrics aren't going to be beneficial to the ranking.
Yeah. Yep.
I could be wrong.
Well, it's becoming more and more important. That there is like, this time of the year, that will be one of the key factors, won't it? UX
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how
Next
people
couple
move through
months,
it.
right?
Yeah. So I'll just do the screaming frog in the
Yep.
background, just so it's so yeah. It's obviously because it's what we got renovation. I like this. I've seen this before. Is it work well on mobile?
Yeah, well enough. Yeah. Look, at the end
It's
of the day, like I didn't build this site clearly,
yeah.
but I am looking at methods to get around it without building a new site. If I do have to build a new site, I'm going to suggest it to the client. But it's one of those things where like he's not wanting to spend a lot of cash at the moment, which
Yes.
of course. But
So how do you what's your ratio between people wanting like people willing to like, or you working on existing sites, and working on new ones? Like, what's your ratio between
It depends, but
new and
usually it's
old?
about 80% existing, mainly because I'm actually working a lot with other agencies and they're referring me like websites that they've done.
Yes.
So, for instance, I've got a guy that I work with, and he's like a gun. It's CRO and making sites that actually convert. So I know when like the website goes live, it's going to be pretty much best practice in that regard in terms of the web
Yes.
build. And then once I sprinkle in my SEO know-how, it just I've got an example of one I just did. We
Yeah. Send
took
it
an
through.
existing site, literally just did just fresh content across the board and all the optimization on page, and it pretty much shot up to the top half of page one just with absolutely zero links, just essentially on page.
Yep.
Once you get like hit all those user metrics and like have a good performing site, it actually just makes all that much difference.
It does. It's funny because I've got, obviously less competitive industries. The more competitive ones, obviously, links make a big difference. But like in the less competitive stuff, you can just lean on content and UX. You can just lean on that to rank it number one. You don't even
Yeah,
need to do any
100%.
web building. And yeah, I've noticed that with a couple where like I've got one specifically. I'll bring it up. So this Kenyana client of ours, and we just rebuilt this site and heaps of content on there. Broke it down into its services and stuff, and
Nice.
it's already humming along. I'm like, oh god, I was like about to start doing SEO, and now I'm like, oh, what what does it actually need? So, but
Yeah.
anyway, so kitchen renovations. So yeah, obviously the first thing I generally look at when I'm looking at this stuff is I look at it from a UX perspective, but it's hard because, like you said, you didn't build it, so it's hard to be able to. If you had built it, it's like it's a different story. But
Problem with this site as well is that when they built it, they didn't enter the license key for it, so it's running on this like old version of the theme that it was built on,
yes, it looks
and
like Elementor or something, eh?
it's not Elementor, it's something else.
Let's have a look.
But I actually got it open here. Just give me a sec. Um, yeah, it's not Elementor. I totally forgot, blanking on what it is. But essentially, like, I don't want to update it because it's going to cost me a little bit more. And then, like, basically, I think he wants to build a new site anyway eventually. So,
Yeah.
kind of just like, yeah, WP Bakery.
Oh yeah, WP Bakery. Yep.
Yeah.
Not well. Where are we? Close that. Yeah. So, okay. So, obviously, like, there's a lot of UX sort of stuff on here that could be improved. But if it was ranking well and then not, it like.
It was ranking. Well, it was ranking number one kitchen renovations Perth for about a year straight, actually.
So that would have been the kitchen. That would have been this page that was ranking.
Oh, it was the
number one, eh?
homepage.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you change the homepage at all?
Nope. Oh, actually, well, I have since. Yeah. So I used my buddy Surfer and ran it through that and used the suggestions from that.
Yes.
Which told me basically, if you look at like the top three, a lot of them actually don't have a lot of content, which I found really interesting. So if you look at like the top three sites for kitchen renovations Perth, they're kind of just like, yeah, I'll let you have a look. They're pretty light on the content.
You can go there.
Kitchen Capital and Kitchen Craftsman. Yeah, those are the two.
All right, let's have a look at those.
You'll have a bit of a laugh if you Okay, that one's got a bit of content, but you can see like that structure is broken up a lot better, I find.
Yeah, from a UX perspective, yeah.
Yeah, and also one thing I've talked to the client about, which I think is having like a white background throughout the site, like not having a dark themed site is actually quite good for like I don't know, it just looks a bit more friendly, I find, and approachable.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
even from an accessibility standpoint, it will make a big difference because
yeah,
you know, if you install any of that, so like this was a, hey Cam, what was that website we did where we put that accessibility thing on it? Purple Patch. So we built this website and they're like an NDIS provider.
yeah,
Patch Therapy, there it is. So we put this accessibility like tool on it. Very, very WordPressy, but it was a bit of a cheapie.
yeah,
So it's got this thing down here, and it changes the website based on what you need for it to happen. So like
yeah,
it will make the font bigger.
yeah, right.
But what was interesting about it, so like it can contrast black and white. But what I found interesting about it when we put it on there is how the reason when you actually look at the app, the reason that these things exist in the colors they exist, because there's some people that just can't read certain color combinations. So there's people that have to look at websites like this. So when you look at it like this and look at it like as a pure black site, you can actually see what things Google picks up. Like it uses the code to work out what to show in what color. You don't program any of this. And
Yeah, right.
it's interesting to see what from an accessibility, because accessibility is becoming more important. What tools that are designed to do accessibility actually show. So it was
Yeah,
quite an
cool.
interesting little tool, but like definitely I try and steer people away. In saying that, we got drift score, but like most businesses, I'll try and steer away from doing a black website just because, like, from an accessibility standpoint, you don't know if this is impossible to read for someone. Like, it's easy to say it looks good, but like actually, someone with accessibility issues may not be able to read that. It affects you. So, yeah, that's probably why a lot of this in this space is this color, because it's probably older people, the people that have the budget for this kind of thing,
Yeah.
that are a little bit older. But
Mm.
so where does it rank now? Oh, there it is. There, ninth. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Eight, six,
6. Yeah, it
six.
is.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
have you
yeah, go
seen
on.
have you seen the? So is it? It's definitely dropped in position, but have you seen the? So like, have you seen the clicks drop? The impressions increase or stay the same, and the clicks drop in Search Console?
Yeah, clicks have definitely dropped as well. Also, his Google My Business listing has dropped as well. See that new one that's Kitchen Renovations Perth, the one on the bottom that's in bolded? That one's
Yes.
just kind of popped up somewhat recently, and they're being a bit cheeky with that one because they've got a that's actually, oh, my guy's at the top. Cool. Yeah. There you go.
How do you make it bold like that?
I think there's a website you can bold anything. You can do it for like title tags as well.
Oh,
Technically, that's against Google's sort of, rules.
geez, that would help their
Oh, CTR would go
click.
through the roof for that, but like,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
wicked.
Mm.
That's interesting. I wonder how, like, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's funny though because that one actually goes through to, I think it's they've basically cloned their site for Kitchen Renovations Perth. If you go through to that website, it's the same, I think, as either Kitchen Craftsman or Kitchen Capital.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
see?
oh mate.
So they've basically just made it like the exact same site, essentially. I think they might have changed the content up a bit, but it's exactly the same. That's a
Yeah,
bit
wow.
cheeky. I know there's an SEO company obviously doing that, I would say.
Is the content exactly the same though?
I haven't
Must
looked
be.
exactly, but I think it's similar, I think, but I don't think they're doing duplicate content, but I haven't looked
Wow.
too much through it, to be honest, but it's
So they did this purely so they can get the GMB.
oh, 100%. Yeah, there's no other reason they would do that, just to like clone a site and like more power to them though. They bought up. They've got a really good domain for the GMB, so it's
Yeah.
it worked for them.
Yeah. You wonder how much click through comes from the GMB listings in this SERP though. Do you get many from this from?
We used to back when he was ranking really well. We used to get it quite a bit actually, mainly because my guy's got quite a few reviews. He's one at the top there. He's got 46 reviews or something. So he gets a bit of I think he was getting about 10 conversions a month just out of GMB.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, but that's interesting that he's ranking for you there, because in Perth on a incognito search, he doesn't rank at all. Like in the top 3, he's like 5th or something.
Yeah, because like I'm obviously in Mandurah, so like it's I wonder if I go incog for a sec. Was it kitchen renovations Perth?
Yeah, right.
So
well,
it could have just moved. It could have just moved. It's amazing.
I'm happy with that. I'll send that to him.
Yeah, it's a take a screenshot. It's amazing though. Like I only just did a video on this like 2 weeks ago about I've got a client. They're a branding agency, and for like their marquee keywords like brand agency Melbourne, the real competitive stuff, their impressions were increasing, but their clicks were decreasing. It was just Google putting more zero-click results in the SERP, like the people also ask, and you could like pinpoint when they did it. And I was like, well, we're just going to have to find other keywords, like,
100%.
They can't do that. Hey, funny thing about this though, I was having a chat to Charlie about this. So like, you see, I got this kitchen renovations Perth. Yeah. If you actually look at my online guy, I actually have. Oh, where is it? My online.
I only just put that in there, by the way.
Yeah. So like, obviously, it's you're not supposed to do it, right? But like, see how I've got websites. I've got websites and ads.
Yeah.
That's. I've actually got 2 trading names. I've actually got my online guy, and I've got a trading name that's exactly that.
That's the key, isn't it? To like make sure it all matches up. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, if I've been questioned once about it by Google, and I go, well, guys, it's my trading name. So they can't, if it's your actual trading name, there's nothing no one can do about it. So like for the $30 or whatever it costs to register a trading name, I just have website and ads as the trading name, and then it can go it. So like, there's, because that's, you're not supposed to do that technically, but no one gives a shit. But like
I'll take it a step further and I'll have the citation match it as well.
Yeah, that's the way. That's the secret. Like, if you can get the citations to, do you use like spun descriptions in citations, or do you just?
No, that's actually a bit of a. So I tried to do as a point of difference. I actually probably will write 5 to 10 different 250-word descriptions, and then I will spin those. But like, for instance, if I only do 20 descriptions, I'm only spinning it like a few times, like once or twice, But for the most part, I like to do them as unique as possible. I've actually got a sheet of just every citation that I use, and it's very like in depth, and make sure that everything's like ready to go before I do anything with GMB. Yep. So that's essentially like one of the first things I'll do with a new client is just make sure I have the name that I want to have with Google My Business set out, and then I'll plan the citation strategy around it.
Yeah, gotcha. Because let me just grab another beer. Because I think it's pretty funny. Obviously, like 95% of SEOs will just use like the same description in every citation, and then you see mine, and as it becomes a bit inbred, and the actual spun description is really quite terrible towards the end.
Yeah.
but it makes a big difference to indexing. That's what I tell people. It's like, you're not doing it you're doing it so the bloody thing gets indexed. And
it's stupid content otherwise, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Do you do you do press releases and stuff as well, or do you just do the?
Yeah, do a press. So it's kind of part of my starting as well. So like first month is generally citations and a press release in no particular order really, but generally citations first. Obviously, like all the on-page work, and that usually gives it like a nice little boost. My press releases, I have them link through to both the GMB CID and the Google site as well.
Yep.
So they link through to both the site itself, the GMB, and also the Google site. So it kind of hits it on 3 different levels.
Yeah, nice. Do you use this pure local at all in your travels?
No, I do not.
Have a look at this. So like you got to pay for this citation. but
Yeah.
it's wicked.
Did this used to be free?
Yeah, it used to be free, but like what?
What on my list? Yeah.
What I've done is I found out you could embed iframes. So like
Your
I've
map?
got like
Ah.
yeah. So I've got
Oh,
my
nice.
I've got my actual CID embedded in there.
Yeah, nice, yes. Yeah.
I have they've taken it down now, but I used to have my actual Google site embedded in there as well, the whole thing, just like as an iframe. But
That's
they've
awesome.
removed it now. But yeah, no, I then just got a couple of reviews put in there, just to mix it up. But you can put articles in here and everything. So
Yeah,
like
cool.
like if I search my online guy, I'll be like ranking fourth, I reckon. It's quite a powerful little site.
It's almost like a Google site in itself.
Yeah, there it is there.
Yeah, nice.
So it's a
That's
pretty
cool.
good one. Actually, I wonder if any of my syndications are still floating around. Oh, that's not.
I found
I
those
did,
press releases only last about 3 months though.
yeah,
Ish.
yeah, dropped.
Yeah.
They've all gone now, but
Yeah.
it's funny. It's funny that because like my online guy, it used to be like dating sites before I started, and then it's
Buy the domain from a dating site, is it all?
I don't know, but like, yeah, it used to be like these. I've met a guy online, tell a guy, how to find an online guy. So I've had to change like the entity and the Google's perception of it. Oh, I might as well show you this. Have a look at this.
Yeah.
Have a look at this. You ready?
Yep.
Here it is. Boom! Look at that.
Oh my god. Where is this guy? Is this Perth based?
No, he's based in Queensland. So
Oh my
he's
god. Oh, Jesus.
so I'm gonna have to. Well, I'm working through the process at the moment, but I'm concerned because when you design something and you don't like you haven't copied, but like you may have seen the design in the past, and then it's like, so I'm worried that maybe I have, and I'm like, oh no, I've like copied someone, but so I'm just checking that. Look at that, I rank I rank for his SERPs, like fifth on his actual SERPs.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, working through that, but yeah, just I got an inquiry the other day through one of my local landers. I don't know if you've seen them, but like I put a bit of effort into the local landers that I've got, and this one here actually generated an inquiry. I'm meeting the guy next week. It was when it loads, it's just a like a local lander, but it got an inquiry last week. I was like, shit, this thing actually. It's taken a year and a half. I finally got one inquiry for one of these things.
I tell you what, man. I've got a Legion site I started on, and I never actually did much with it. But I built the site out, did content. It's basically like for not pressure cleaning. Sorry, it's for powder coating.
Yes.
And I don't remember it. Like the site's been up probably like 3 years. I think I did it 3 years ago. Didn't really do much with it. And like I shit you not, pretty much like I reckon once every like 2 or 3 months I'll get a call for it. It's like, hey, I'd like to get my fence powder coated. And I'm like, I literally have no idea about your industry, but like, because I got my own phone number on there, obviously. Yeah. It's kind of funny though, because like
was the aim to sort of sell it like rank?
Yeah, I was either going to sell like rank and rent or lead gen to sell it to a company, but my business started booming and I sort of just like let it go by the wayside. But now I've got like this like age domain for powder coating sitting out there, so it probably ranks somewhere.
Yes.
It's powdercoatingperth.com.au, but
powder coating Perth, powder coating.
Like it's not a terrible site. Like I haven't even done much with it. It's literally like
actually, I got told to one site. I got told to do the other day. Optimize online site to do. Do an audit on it. Maybe we should go through and give it a bit of a critique. Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, for like a fake business, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's those local lead gens getting harder and harder because the entity side of it's becoming more and more important. Must rank for something if it's oh yep, there we go.
Yeah, I mean I don't really expect it, but I really should do something with it. Yeah, it's got I think I did a couple citations for it, and that was pretty much it. Like back in the day, they might have dropped off, but some reason I'm getting something.
Yeah, it's amazing where this traffic. That's what I tell people is like, yeah, okay, look, it's all good and well to rank for plumbing manager or plumbing whatever, but actually most of your traffic comes from SERPs that aren't just powder coating Perth. There'll be some random combination, long tail combination of them, like
Yeah.
plumbers that have beards in Perth, and next thing you rank number one for that because you got
Hey, whatever you're into, man. So.
exactly. Now I was going to look at optimize the site because it's quite nice. I don't know if you've seen it since they've done it.
It's a one pager, isn't it?
No, I think they've spread it out, or have they?
I think it's one pager. Still,
we are your digital marketing partner now. I love to do. Have you got this little extension? I found it in my travels. I don't know what it's called, but it like shows you all the.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So we are your digital marketing partner as your H1. We exist to create awareness, engagement. Yeah, okay. Let's talk. Book a call with us. So, well, at least their call to action is not just inquire today.
Call now.
Call now. Yeah, call today. Inquire now. Digital marketing that works. Convert visitors into opportunities. Oh, that's a strong contrasting color. I don't know what color font you would use against that, but that's pretty hard to. It's readability.
It's a bit harsh in the eyes, definitely.
Optimize Online is all about since 2. Yep, cool. About Optimize Online. Let's click on that. Promoting growth online for your business, startups, sort of medium. So that would be a good opportunity to actually link to a page that's like startup.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
Because they kind of look like buttons.
I reckon a lot of people would click on that.
Yeah, well, I went to click on it, and at least it doesn't hover up or anything to make it assume that it's a button. Small to medium. I would put business in there, but as an established associations, large business. Cool. Is that Nick, is it? Where is he? I'll just, from the owner, we are understanding the online space can be daunting. These days, digital marketing is essential. Call to action.
I told Callan, I made him a joke that if they put a different person's photo on there, they'd make more sales.
Put one of the girls in the office on there.
Yes, put anyone but yourself, mate. All right.
But see, they've added more content to this because I think it was just this bit and like these little sections. I like this.
No, they have.
But is that enough? A well-planned quality website to connect your business. Let's click on that because obviously those are the bits that are supposed to be ranking. Where's the Google Ads? Oh, must have not done it yet. Social media marketing. Do you do much social media, or are you just doing SEO?
No, I do SEO and Google Ads.
Yep.
I try. I do. I mean, I do it, but I work on it with people. So, for instance, I do a lot of collabs at the moment. For instance, I've got a like this new site that I'm working on that I had inherited the website from one of the guys. He's doing their PPC campaign. And there's actually another guy from another agency doing the Facebook campaign. So there's actually 3 different agencies working on one thing. No, but it actually works because each person is very good at what they do. The guy that does Facebook only does Facebook. And essentially we've got like one Slack channel. We can talk really easily with each other. And we all like know each other. We're actually kind of mates. So it just works really well, the synergy. Like it wouldn't work for everyone, but because we like know each other, we know the work quality is there. I think it kind of works for this.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing, isn't it? It's like I do that similar thing with someone. I do the SEO, they do the Google Ads, but we're mates, so it's like it's fine. You know,
I mean, as long as you're not like you're not using someone that you've never used before, never seen their work quality. I think it's all right.
It's when you associate with someone that does similar quality work to yourself. It definitely works. So what do customers think? Videos, cool. That's good. I think it's good having like key data on a page like that. It's
like social proof sort of thing. Yeah.
One thing I really like about their site is the fact that they've gone to the effort of humanizing. They're not just trying to be some generic like big faceless corporation. Like they've gone.
Definitely. I think that's definitely a big thing for everyone. I've got an accountant who ranks really well for everything, but it was pretty much 100% stock imagery before. I for ages, months, I said we need to get some, photographer to come in and just take photos of the staff, the office, all this sort of thing. Did that, replaced all this, like most of the stock images with actual photos, and it just like absolutely went like bananas, So it really makes a difference for sure.
I think it does, yeah. Like it's always been our big point of difference is like going, well, we're kind of like the anti-agency. Like if you look at our site, it's really aimed at like, if you like us, then you'll do fine. If you don't like us, then want to work with someone bigger that doesn't wear shorts to work and thongs and stuff, then use someone else. The only thing I was going to say with this, is that expertise, authority, and trust. Whacking a LinkedIn profile and a little bit of a like paragraph about everyone would help a lot. Have you had to deal much with EAT with these accounting clients and things like that?
So for EAT or
EAT, like expertise.
Yeah, I mean, I try to like reference everything as much as possible, especially for like professional services like that. Tradies,
Yeah,
but
that's not as
no.
important.
Yeah, I don't think many tradies even have LinkedIn for one thing, so it's not really a thing. But yeah, for instance, I got a few medical clients, and definitely 100% for those professional services like accountants and that sort of thing, definitely as well.
Yeah, so I really in the last like 4 months really pushed it a lot harder. So like we'll go on there and like in this instance, like having LinkedIn profiles, and then just like it's amazing, like Quora, like opening Quora accounts for everyone, and like just trying to build their authority through like Reddit and Quora, and like any non-linked like non-linked mentions and things like that. Forum posts. Like one thing we done for one client is we actually went on a forum, and we actually paid someone in the forum to use the URL in their signature. Made a huge difference, like from an authority standpoint. It was like a home services forum, and this guy had like 2,000 posts, and next thing he had like 2,000 non-linked, like no follow mentions of the brand, and then it must have been contextually tying it to the content in the thing it was linking, because it just like instantly changed the rankings, like it was like overnight. So like I think there's a lot of value in, because when I buy affiliate sites, it's what I look for now. Is like, has the person that I bought the site on been active in communities talking about what he's been doing? Because it would just make ranking it like 10 times easier.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think, it's strange because like it seems like such an old school tactic, like forum comments and that sort of thing. But some of that stuff still works, man. Like it's crazy.
It's all coming. It feels like all this stuff's coming full circle. Like you like even just like old 2.0s and stuff like that. Like old 2.0 directories and like reciprocal links and stuff like. There's a lot of power. Like Let's Getaway is a great example of that. It draws a huge amount of its power from this dirty old link circle it was attached to back in the day. Like, if I just find it on thing, like it's part of this like caravanners forum circle from like the 2000s, and those you can see where they kind of went full cycle. They were hammered for a while, and now all of a sudden they're all ranking really well because it went from being like, oh, that's a link farm, to be like, oh, actually that's a contextually relevant link, from other caravan and four-wheel drive sites. It was interesting how that came to circle. And another one is this Sean O'Boyle. I built it as I had a boyle.com.au. I had a lead gen for PA like equipment from Perth, and so I created this I bought this domain, and it was just an age domain that had expired. I'm just trying to find the Pine Flock. Where are we? I've got so many windows open. I'll just open it up again. So I bought it, and I was like, oh, okay, well, Callum, the big dog. Jeez. So I bought it, right? Here he is. How are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, he's good. A faceless. Hello, Callum. How are we?
I'm good, man. Good to see you.
We were just critiquing.
Shy today. No video.
Yeah, I bought a Lenovo.
Ah,
It has
say no
problem
more.
camera. So yeah.
But we were just critiquing Optimize, and then we went on a tangent.
We were pulling apart
Oh.
your page, mate.
Don't let me stop you, please.
I was just explaining about this, like going full circle. So while you're here, it's quite an interesting story. So I bought this domain because I found this old like directory, music directory, and like I basically just searched every domain. And what I think is they'd expired a long time ago, and then just like went into the ether. So this Sean O'Boyle guy used to be some composer, like a national level composer, and so like I bought this domain. And I was like, okay, well, I'll use it to power up because it's contextually relevant. I'll use it to power up, topically relevant in a Majestic. I'll use it to power up this PA music site. And then like I looked, the shitty content that I wrote for it is like ranking really well. It's not showing it here, but like it drives, when I looked at analytics, like these just random reviews I spun up, they're all ranking like for like these types of equipment and like the top 10 places like audio equipment hire and stuff. And it's because they're all part of these link circles from back in the day that just like powered them all up. And yeah, it's just amazing. I think there's a lot of value in, obviously from people use them from a PBM perspective, but like ranking these things on their own merit as actual like blogs, and then using that contextual relevance to power up whatever, because you can put that back into it, like that Let's Getaway and stuff. But yeah, it was just interesting because like, yeah, some of these caravanning sites in this. So
you want to see something funny as well? Check out the anchor text for the person ranked for #1 for kitchen renovations Perth. Talking about old school tactics. Just open up an Ahrefs and have a look.
Oh yeah, yep. So what's that?
Craftsman, yeah.
Is Nick there with you, Callum?
Yeah, he's not here directly. He's in another room talking other stuff. So.
You only have 2 rooms.
Hey, we got 3 now. I've moved out the front. Yeah, I've been kicked out of my office. Yeah. Jasmine's in there now.
That's definitely not safe for work, but yeah, I just thought I'd show you that.
So someone's been hammering him.
Yeah, and it obviously has done nothing. So it's just it's kind of funny that like I just don't think negative SEO does anything, to be honest.
No, it depends on how subtly it's done. I think that kind of stuff doesn't work, but I think if you make the links, like if you just try and like we do a lot with anchor text ratios, right? So like I'm big on them, and I think if you can jack someone's anchor text ratio, so like it's actually done with poor quality links, but like you're actually trying to make it look like you're trying to manipulate SEO, then Google looks at that. Whereas that is obviously nothing to do contextually with the link. But if you were to create, so like I'll just SEO analysis. I'll just bring up one of the ones we're working on at the moment.
If whoever's managing that site is on top of their game, they're going to be disavowing everything around that anyway, aren't they? So.
Well, you'd hope so, but you know that's not the case. But yeah, so like it's this one's broken for the second. But like if you were to take the ratios of the competitors, and the anchor text ratio of what you're doing, and you were to skew it in one direction, one way with actual proper domains, I think you would tip the needle on some of these sites.
That's what I do. Yeah, I look at the top 3 and just sort of like essentially see what their anchor text ratio is like, and sort of essentially copy it and make better sites with similar anchor text, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's the same with us. It's just it's painful because it takes a long time, but it's a good way of flying under the radar, especially if you're going to be using links that aren't like pure and like, you know, they're not pure like guest posts from a authority. It's like you've got to try and fly under the radar, don't you?
Yeah, that's it.
So back to Optimize. So I was just saying, what was I saying? I was saying these. There was only 1 or 2 things I was sort of seeing on the homepage that I would say is like these feel like buttons, So I went to click on them, going, oh, they must go to something. But they'd actually be a good place to send. They'd actually be a good place to send people to from this homepage to your page. So like, if creating like a startup digital marketing page and sending them from the homepage to that, like an SMB, actually a good way to get a bit of get a good way of getting some pages on the homepage. But yeah, besides that, I love it. Except there's a Google Ads picture missing. It looks like.
That's weird. Yeah.
Mate, I've got to head off, but
All right.
good seeing you. Cheers for the
Yeah. I'll
chat.
come to the next meetup too. By the way.
Sounds good.
I'll drag my ass to the big smoke. But yeah, thanks for coming on, man. Nice chatting to you, and I'll talk to you soon.
See you, Callum. See ya.
Hey, Jester. Couple of things for you, Jimmy. First one, that website looks pretty amazing with My Online Guy logo on the top right corner, right? Just adds to it.
Which where is that? Oh yeah, nice.
Looking at the screen, you know, it's a collaboration, right? Look at that. Look, we're working together.
It adds a bit of color. It adds a bit of color to the site. I agree.
Yeah, definitely. Look, I couldn't agree more with you about those sections, and certainly putting some content in behind them. One of the things, you know, we've got an amazing team here, and we've been growing so quickly, and we've been working a lot on our systems and processes, and certainly the depth of our website is coming. Watch this space. So I'll be excited to add more and complete other areas on site for sure.
So what was the trigger to rebuild the site? I know the old site it wasn't done that long ago. So what made you decide to go ahead and rebuild?
Yeah, I'm not a designer, and certainly not a graphic designer. I can certainly punch out a good article, but I'm in no way a copywriter either. And the team that's come together now over the last 3 years, there's just, there's specialists in each of their fields, and the whole project, this whole site was a collaboration of the team. My directive to Jasmine, who put together the design, the brand, everything that you see in front of you, I gave her complete autonomy and control and said, build our brand. So
I love it. I think I've said that to you before. I think it's I was just saying this to Jester, like just the fact that it's a lot more humanized than a lot of sites out there. It's a good combination of professional image, but also actually these are the people that are behind it. Whereas I think you can swing the other way pretty hard. Like you can be like, oh, I need to give off a professional, top tier sort of whatever image, and then not have any pictures of the people that are involved in making it happen.
Yeah, so true. And a big part of who we are is we're quite personable with our clients, and we wanted to sort of present that within our brand. So it's an integral part of the whole piece.
I like it. I think there could be a few more call to actions on the site personally, but besides that, it's a beast, man. I think have you seen an uptake in inquiries from the redesign?
Oh, yes. We haven't put too many call to actions in place at this stage because we kind of really want to what's for the best way to put it is we don't want too much work at this stage. We've got too much. So a big part of the step of booking a call, you've got to commit to that, right? You've got to I get their name, their phone, their email. They take their time. It locks into the calendar. They get added to our active campaign in terms of email out. It's all automated in that respect. But we're sort of plateauing this year to invest in our systems, processes, streamline things, workflow efficiency. to maintain, as we grow, to maintain that consistency of quality, service, and all the like. So,
yeah, and that's you don't you everyone needs to grow, but it's also growing scalably, so you don't cook existing clients or piss off any you need to fulfill on your commitments too, don't you? While
you
still maintaining
do.
that growth.
Correct, and you don't want to burn out the team as well. We've got both the client work that we're working through and achieving, but then we've got goals to implement strategy and everything into the business itself. So that's added work on top of our plate. So we're mindful of that, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Look, I like it. We're going to be rebuilding our website in about a month, and there's definitely elements here that I think can work with what we do as well. Obviously, not going to wholesale copy, but like just the flow of it. I think there's been a lot of thought put into how it actually flows, and obviously it works. It works. Like I think, yeah. Obviously, credit to sorry, who did the design?
Design was by Jasmine.
Yeah, credit to Jasmine. It's a great design, and I think a lot of other agencies can take a leaf out of the book because there's some freaking shockers out there. Especially when you're telling people that I want to build your website, and then your own website's terrible. It's like you just don't have any conviction in what you're saying. Then.
Yeah, I look, mate. I was in that boat. We were in that boat, right? And often the words that came out my mouth were, it's the mechanic's car. It's the most unloved car in the workshop, right? But you do. I feel we reached that stage where we had time to invest in ourselves and look at what we've built. It's I'm so proud of the team, mate. I'm just blown away.
They've done a good job. From like casting an eye, there's like compared to some of this. Well, that's a UX error. Like maybe
yeah, that was actually presenting itself the other week. It's an error in one of the plugins.
Yeah, that's easily fixed though. It's not like
Yeah.
it's a critical juncture. But man, so what's on the books? What are you guys up to?
What are we up to? Lots of stuff. This afternoon, I'm working with one of our clients to help him with building out scripts and such for video, for a sales automation that we're building. This week's been a lot of new opportunity, meeting new clients and sort of getting to know them in the business. What can I say?
Yeah,
Lots.
just the grind. Just the grind.
Just the normal stuff.
Well, it's got to be done, doesn't it?
Does, yeah.
Where is it?
Definitely.
Oh, here it is. Wait up. Here it is.
What's that?
Wait up. There we go. That's the new lease.
Oh, the new lease for the new building.
Yeah, so
awesome.
We're just finalising that part of it. Pretty exciting times here. Hopefully we're just getting a lawyer to look over it now, but like hopefully end of the month we'll be sort of on the move. But yeah, man, I didn't realize how many pages were involved. Like where we are now relative to what we're moving into is like the big leagues. It's like a lot different sort of agreements. So yeah, it's gonna you want to get someone that knows what they're looking at to look at it and
always definitely.
So
without a doubt.
Yeah, it's you. Geez, you guys would be just about running out of room, wouldn't you?
We are, yes. That was the whole joke of me getting kicked out of my office. I'm actually in the front area where the lounge chair used to be, where we greet clients and such. Just needed a little bit more space. So, we're looking for a location, but we're a good 6 months. We're being strategic on what we want, planning for future, and really just figuring out what we need.
That's the hard bit. A bit of future proofing in there as well.
Definitely. Mate, my client's turned up, so I got to do some whiteboard stuff with him.
Yep.
Yet again, I'm wishing I had got my camera fixed. This is yet another moment where I don't get to show you my face.
Oh,
I can't wait to please keep working through the website. I can't wait to review this a little bit later, and I'll see if I can't give Nick a nudge to jump on and
oh no,
have a bit of a chat with you.
yeah, no, look, it's a bit of a shambles, but like it's dude, your websites, there's nothing. You got one of the better websites out there for sure. But yeah, dude, have fun. I will talk to you soon.
Excellent.
Oh. All right, guys, I think that's it. This is a bit of a weird episode. It was more of a catch up with friends. But guys, any questions, as always, please let me know. Oh, here we go. I actually had several questions here that have popped up that I didn't realize. Ad blocker blocks anything with the word ad or ads in it. Ah, there you go. So that's that was a good answer. So ad blocker blocks anything with the word ad or ads in it. So if it has Google Ads in it, it blocks it. Oh, that's interesting. That's really good to know. Then James Norquay, what's up, mate? G'day, James. For anyone that doesn't know Prosperity Media, he's an absolute weapon. I've got the privilege of visiting him and his team over in Sydney when we went over. Absolute gentleman of the industry, elder statesman, just an absolute gentleman. So, all right, guys, I'm going to finish this up here. I've got a bit of work to do, but yeah, we'll catch